Alright, Gary here from Pathways Homestead. I hope you can hear me for the wind. We are in Kansas, so it's windy. And I built something here today, and I wanted to show it to you. Actually, Becca and I built it yesterday, and we're going to plant it today. I want to show it to you. I don't know if I've ever seen anything just like it, but I took several ideas, and I made a potato box. We're going to see if it works. I've really never tried exactly this before, so we're going to see if it works. But I'll get you a little view of it. So this is my potato box. I've just got 4 pallets. 4 pallets that were fairly close together on their laths. And I tied them together. And we put some old hay out of a goat pen in the bottom. We put about a foot in the bottom. And then we started lining looser hay up around the sides. And we filled it with composted wood chips and dirt, and just kept hay lined up around the sides. And we're going to plant the potatoes in it, and then we're going to cover the potatoes with more hay. So we've got our box here. We've got it about halfway full of straw and some dirt and compost in the middle, or of hay actually, and dirt and compost in the middle. And I've got my potatoes that I've cut, and I've showed you this before, and you gotta let them dry. These have been setting, they've been setting about 8 hours. They start to form a pellicule on the outside, a little dry film, and that helps keep them from rotting. I know some people have gotten away without doing that, but it's best practice. So we're gonna plant these in the ground and see how this potato box works this year. So I'm putting these down into the compost and dirt in here. And part of the reason that we've decided to do this, part of the reason I came up with this, because we were talking about needing to plant a few more things like potatoes that would store and that would feed us. And it's so wet we can't do anything in the big garden. It's so wet this spring, we can't get anything in the big garden right now. And maybe in a few more days, if the wind keeps blowing, the sun stays out and it doesn't rain, we'll be able to do something in the big garden. But we're going to get behind on that, and that's going to be mostly for our summer stuff. And so I needed a place. We filled the little garden. I've shown you videos of that. We've got a few potatoes in it, but we wanted some more. So that I decided this might be a way that we could plant more potatoes. This doesn't take up much space. It's based on the same idea as planting them in a bucket or a grow bag, but I've got a pallets box made here, and it's almost 4 foot by 4 foot. It's about 46 inches by 46 inches. Yeah, it's almost 4 foot by 4 foot. So it'll be bigger than like a grow bag or a tub. We grew some in tubs last year and it worked. And this is kind of the same idea. So we're using just a different structure. You always plant potato cuts, pieces, eyes up, where they can see the sun to grow too. Part of the idea of this, like the buckets or the tubs where you just dump them over, is I just tied these together with baling wire. So I'll just cut the baling wire and kick the sides off of it and be able to knock the pile down and get the potatoes out of it. And this is a place that we wanted to kind of build up some compost and stuff. So all the hay and the compost can just stay right here when I'm done. And I just move the pallets out of the way, and I'll have kind of put some fill in this bed. This is in the part of the foundation of the old house next to Cindy's herb bed, which you've seen videos of before. If you haven't, go watch them. And there is, I'm going to call this a potato pile. There's the potato pile. We've got the potato pile going, so we're going to see if this will grow taters for us this year. And I think it will. It was kind of an educated guess on it might work, based on some other ideas. So yeah, I've got another one over here going. I'll kind of show you how it's working too. And we kind of tried something new with our potatoes in the little garden this year too. Just covered them, we laid them down in the ditch and just covered them completely in hay. We're going to see how that works. I've never done it exactly like that before, but I've done it something like that. And this is kind of that way too. It's similar to the tubs we did last year, but not exactly. So we're going to try these other ideas and I'll show you what else I got going on. Alright, here's another one. This cage, this is the guard off an old heat and air unit, off an old air conditioner unit that we scrapped. It was junk, and so we scrapped all the salvage, all the scrap stuff we could sell to the scrap yard, and I saved the guard off of it, and we've used it for a tomato cage for a few years. This year we're going to use it for a potato cage. So I filled this with old hay, and I'm going to lay a few potatoes in it, and then we'll cover it with hay. And that's the plan on growing potatoes in this old heat and air guard in our potato cage. Still, eyes up. That's the way you plant potatoes. Then we'll get some hay and we'll bury those in hay. So same idea here. I'll just undo this right here, open it up, knock it down, get the potatoes out of it, and leave the old hay here to compost for the bed in the future. One thing I don't have here that I have in the potato pile is I put compost and dirt in the middle of the potato pile to actually plant the potatoes in. Here, this is all just hay. And I know that's kind of that's done in some tubs. Some people do that. I've seen where they do that like with tires and stack up tires, or they build little boxes with levels that they can take apart. So this is kind of that idea. We're going to see how that works. I've never grown potatoes without any soil at all. We're going to see how that works. Alright, so Becca's helping me, and we're going to just put some hay on top of those potatoes we just planted. There you go, we got a potato pile and a potato cake.